Hello everyone. I think you can hear me well. If you do, please make a react. Thank you. So we'll wait for 1 minute and we'll start training. So hi again and welcome to this webinar on Fanvil IP solutions for broadcasting. My name is Usama and I will be your presenter today. I am a Fanvil support engineer and I'm excited to guide you through this session as we explore how Fanvil IP solutions can enhance and streamline broadcasting applications. So in this webinar, we will cover the key features, capabilities, and practical applications of Fanvil broadcasting solutions, including their role in public announcement, emergency communications, and integrated audio-video broadcasting. So whether you are a system integrator, IT professional, or end user looking for reliable and efficient broadcasting solutions, this session will provide valuable insight into how Fanvil products can meet your needs. So feel free to ask questions throughout the session and let make this interactive and informative experience. Oh, here we have. So here we have different series of devices that are connected through SIP protocol. In the same LAN, we can use the A320i hotspot to manage all the shown devices, as you can see here. For example, the console IP phone can act as a control center as well as broadcast and intercom device. It means the application sync cannot live without a variety of broadcasting equipment, so our wall-mounted speaker and horns can well meet everyone's needs. We have the console IP phones, we have the paging gateways, and we have intercoms and broadcast, the horns and the speakers. And we have also the RIP gateway. So it is a simple and complete solution for your broadcasting. And these are broadcasting products. Most of them have speaker power output exceeding 10 watts, and we have other ones that reaches 30 watts, which I believe will suit for outdoor and indoor environment. The A308i can also support the broadcast and intercom system. And we have a system that can be integrated on this console IP phones to be used for broadcasting. And we have the A212 and the A2, the horn speaker, also the A233. And we have also the ceiling speakers that are more cheaper and for indoor installations. And here are our intercom products. We have E16SV, A12V, and probably will need them, of course. These intelligent intercoms have 10-watt speaker power in advanced application scenarios. It can better highlight the identity of the director. I think my introduction is about to end, and we'll go to our catalog in this training. So first we will see how we will be connecting the VoIP telephony with the paging gateways, and public address gateways. And secondly, we'll see the Fanvil standalone broadcast and intercom system. Then the third part will be related to our products. So first thing, let's see how to connect your VoIP telephony with paging gateways and public address solutions. And here, let's start with the PA3, the SIP paging gateway. So we need to know what is the PA3. So we call it public address 3. It stands for broadcast. It sends out broadcasting field, and it supports the TF card and the USB interface, which supports fast storage capacity. So here is the interface of the PA3. We have the pins to install the LEDs and case, and we have the slots for TF card, and we have the pinhole for the reset. And the front interface, we have the mic pins. We have also the line out and the speaker, and we also have the network ports and the power and the USB ports. This existing scheme has the following advantage. The scheme will save our cost. It's easy to maintain and easy to manage. In addition, we are compatible with third-party platforms and can work independently. So this will help you to reduce your costs, and it is easy to install and manage, and easy to integrate, and there is no server required. PA3 can connect to external devices to realize different functions. For example, we can link the analog speaker to the PA3 so as to amplify the PA3 volume. I think this connection will be benefit for you to hear other sounds clearly in a noisy environment such as factory workshop. So you have the microphone, you have the audio line in, we have the TF card, we have many features that is integrated on the PA3, which we will see in the upcoming slides. Oh, let's move to the A233 horn speaker. In this part, I will show you the horn speaker interface. It supports connecting the external camera through deployment. We can see the real-time footage in this situation on site through a horn. So it can be used to play the audios from the PA, for example, or from the console phone, and this can be used with in any applications. So here an application for the PA3, the remote control the music broadcast via SIP calls. So by calling this PA3, you can enter a password to trigger preset broadcast or live broadcast. That can be also integrated on the or added to the TF card or the USB. So once you press this key, one click triggers the preset broadcast and will be played through the speakers and the horns. Also, you can also use the audio line out and an amplifier and analog speakers. And here you can find how to import the audio on the interface of the PA3. So once you have the .wav or MP3 formats for the ringing files or the audio files, you can just add them under broadcast media library ring upgrade. Then you upload these audio files, and it will be shown on the ring lists. And here is how to configure the multicast destination. So user can configure the multicast name You have the address, multicast address and the port, and the codec that should be used for the multicast. Here you have the playlist. So you can set the ringtone type and playback mode in under the broadcast playlist. So here, as mentioned, there's up to 20 entries that is supported. We have also the remote control, the call control that's you can configure under the broadcast interface as well. So the user can sets the number and password for the caller. So once the caller calls the PA3, you should enter the password. You can also customize the direction of the broadcast, and if local do not need to select the multicast for the local, they don't need to select the multicast destination. So here to note is the call control function takes effect only when the PA3 is called. So the call control configuration is for the incoming calls. Here we have the configuration of the multicast address that should be entered on the speaker or the horn. So here you need to configure the A, for example, the A212 under the device settings multicast and set the same host and port for the multicast address. So it can receive the multicast, the, the broadcasted audio from other devices. So here on the console or IP phone web page, we can if you need to use the calls without a SIP server, you need to make sure that the dial without registered is enabled, and also the enable strict UA match is disabled. So you will be able to do the IP calls and a call without using a SIP server. So here, something to check before configuring your phone is, or your PA is use the number configured on the call control interface to call the PA3 by using the SIP number or the IP address. So here you have two options: is either use the SIP server or just use an IP address, just direct IP calls. So once after answering the call, the A320 will get a prompt. Please enter the password and press pound to end. So on the A320, go to dial pad and enter the password corresponding to the password configured on the call control that I have mentioned before. So once you press the pound key, the speaker will start to play the music of the PA broadcast list. So if the user enters the wrong passwords, the prompt will play incorrect password. And so the user needs to continue to enter the correct password and press the pound key. So once the correct password is entered, the prompt will be played that the correct password has been played, and it will ask to hang up. To stop the broadcast, the user needs to use the A320 again to call the PA3 again, and that will prompt please enter the password and press the end button. So once you enter the password, the speaker will stop playing the music of the PA3 broadcast list. So here we have a diagram of the how to start the broadcast and how to stop it. So it's just diagram describes what I have just mentioned before. It's how to stop and how to play the broadcast. So here we have the real-time broadcast across network signals through the PA3. You can define multiple multicast addresses under the broadcast multicast destination. So here you can configure that under the broadcast call control and the user can set the number of the console phones. For example, here we have the console phone A320i with extension 102, and password of the call in the interface is 123. So you can select the action. Here is zip to multicast. So then select the direction, remote, and local of the multicast. So if the direction is local, you do not need to choose the multicast destination. You can just click apply and save the configuration. So, so here, as mentioned, I have the sorry. Sorry, here, as mentioned, we have the number of the eighth, the console phone. We have 1002, and we have here configured the device on the speaker. We have configured the multicast address that is configured before on the PI3. And once you call the PI3, you need to use the number on the console phone, and you need to enter the password. And once you enter the password, it will be played automatically. The broadcast will be played automatically. So here you can use also external audio source for broadcasting. We just connect the external audio source to the PI3 and then deploy it on the PI3 web GUI. We can play the music or call through one click to play the audio in your phone. And then other devices will display the same audio or will play with the same audio. So here is the line in settings. You have the line in mode, the direction, the multicast destination that has been already set under the multicast destination, and you have the prompt tone. So the prompt tone is the prompt that is displayed before the broadcast. The multicast destination is the multicast destination configured before, and you have the direction. You can choose between remote or local. Here you have the ring list under the media library that can be played after calling or sending the command to play the audio to the multicast address. So here you can set the multicast destination, and then users can go under the line in control under the broadcast module and select the auto mode, set the direction, then set the multicast destination and prompt tone, then apply. So once applying the settings, PI3 will immediately initiate the multicast. If the direction is set to remote device listening, the multicast starts to play the broadcast. If the direction is set to local, the PI3 starts to play the broadcast. If the tone is set to disable, the PI3 starts to play the broadcast without playing the tone. So if the mode is control play, it indicates that other behaviors control line in play. In this case, call control or remote command behaviors control line in play. We have the call control. The action of the call control interface is set to play line in. The behavior of the call control multicast interface will trigger the line in multicast, and the multicast partition and prompt tone used by the line in multicast interface are configured on the call control interface. Whereas the call control interface action set to stop the line in will trigger a stop line in multicast behavior. We have the command control. If controlled by the command, the action of the command control interface is set to play line in. Then the line in multicast will be triggered after entering the URL. It uses the URL. Similarly, the multicast partition and the prompt sound used by the line in multicast are configured by the command control interface. Otherwise, choose to stop the action of line in if the corresponding URL is entered. So the action of stopping the line image cast will be triggered. So here is the call control interface. You can set where the user can set the number and the password of the call and select play in as an action and set the direction of the broadcast, remote or local, and then select the broadcast prompt tone. So after the configuration of the call control interface completed, you can just click apply to apply the settings. So here is the configuration again for the speaker to play the audio. And we have here the steps for the call control. So the number host configured on the call control, let's say for phone A, can use the SIP number or the IP address to make the call to the PA3. This is connected to the line in. So the call must correspond to the number configured on the control page. So if it is not, the broadcast will not be started. So after answering the call, the phone A is prompted, please enter the password. Once you enter the password, the broadcast will be started. So if the broadcast prompt tone is set, the PI3 initiates a sound prompt group. So the device listening to the multicast group starts to sound the prompt tone. After the prompt tone is played, the device listening to the multicast group and starts to play the line in audio. So to stop the broadcast, you can just call again the PI3 and enter the password and press end. You have again the command control. So here you have the play line in, the commands that we have mentioned before, and here is the format of the command. So you have the code that should be set under the URL, and you have the play in and stop line in. Let's see the scheduled broadcasting. So you can set a scheduled tasks automatically triggers the broadcasting at set times. So in this function, we can set the scheduled tasks. Like for example, let's say when the class is over in a school environment, the PIG can play preset audio files on a scheduled time. For scheduled broadcasting, is used for automatic broadcasting by simply specifying the date and time, and then the PA3 will play the configured audio at the set time. So you have a calendar under the scheduled broadcasting and the timed broadcast, and you can see the configured broadcast. So here you have three colors. So the gray means that the schedule is not enabled. The red means that has been started and not configured. The green color means the broadcast is active. Let's see the emergency broadcasting. So you can see that the CPR3 will connect to the external button. When there is earthquake or something like this, we can just press the button, or there is a fire, we can just press the button and the preset files can then be broadcasted through the PA3, notifying everyone to move orderly to open areas and avoid casualties. So the setting of the emergency broadcast is similar to remote control the music broadcast via SIP calls. So Also, the priority of the emergency broadcast, if triggered by call control, can be changed. For example, call control set the highest to achieve the emergency alarm effect. So the call control is used for the emergency broadcasting also. So the priority of the broadcast can be controlled by adjusting these priorities here. So when two tasks occur at the same time, the higher priority broadcast can be played first, and the higher priority broadcast can interrupt the lower priority broadcast. So the lower priority broadcast will automatically resume after the higher priority broadcast is finished. So let's move to Fanvil standalone broadcast and intercom systems. We have the A320i with built-in app. Also have a large 10.1 inch. It has also a large screen and a graphical interface for easy operation. So here we have the broadcast system on the console phone. So thanks to our powerful broadcast and intercom system, our solution can set server, paging phone surveillance, screen, IP phones master station into one device without the need for a SIP server or other third-party devices. Furthermore, we use an OpenSIP protocol that is compatible with third-party platforms for seamless integration. So not that if you want to call above devices, the device should be in the same, just be in the same LAN, and you can call them automatically and detect them automatically on the broadcasting system. So for the A320i, it can manage up to 50 terminals, which can meet the application expansion of most scenarios. And for the A38 308i console phone, it can support up to 30 terminals. Here are the specification that is on our console IP phone. So it has a high volume, hands-free calling, and precise sound pickup for used by the gooseneck microphone. And we have background noise reduction that is integrated on this console phone, and we have an HD voice, and we have lossless sound quality broadcast. So because more than 20 years of accumulation in audio and video technology, this helps to create an excellent sound quality, and we aim to let every word can be heard and understood. Yeah. So certainly, the broadcast and intercom system will focus on school, warehouses, supermarkets, scenarios like which there is ability to connect up to 50 devices. So it's something that's easy to deploy, and of course the broadcasts and also supports out of the box automatic provisioning within just 2 minutes. So which helps reduce labor costs and save your time. So no configuration is required. Users can just broadcast and make calls to extensions. Thanks to the broadcast and intercom system that is implemented on these phones. So you have the voice broadcasting under the interface of the console IP phone. You have the music broadcasting that can be played via audio or an USB disk. So here you can select the devices that should play the broadcast or the real-time broadcasts from the console IP phones. You can select the mic and select the devices, and the phone will play and trigger the stream on the selected devices. Then once the broadcast is started, the interface, you can just turn back to the interface and end the task. Here, the music broadcasting. So you need to upload the audio files on the console IP phones under media audio, and there are two ways to upload the audio. So there is computer import. You can just upload the audio files through device web on the computer, or you can use the USB disk, the UDisk import, and upload the audio files to this disk. And you need to create a folder named music on this UDisk. So you can import these files. So here the computer imports option. You can just log into the web GUI via its IP address and go to the library and load the server files and import the audio files. Here is the UDisk import. So you can use a USB flash drive to import audio files in batch. So you need just to create a folder as mentioned, name it music in the UDisk at first, and you can add the audio files in there. Then you insert the UDisk in master device. Master device is the console IP phones. So the device will read the MP3 wave format audio files, and then you can select one or more audio files just to import them to your device. So it will be displayed in the audio list. So here you can just select which audio files you want to play or broadcast. As mentioned, I have before seen the microphone option that you can use just to play the real-time audio, or you can just play the audio files from the imported MP3 or WAV files. So once you select the audio files, the music with with the number 1, here for example we have 1, 2, 3. The one with the 1 will be played first, and then the second one will be played, and then the third. So here some notes to take is you need to return to the previous interface. The broadcast does not end. So here you have the broadcast is already playing. You can select the previous song or next song that is, or just stop playing, and the playback method can choose sequential playback or random playback. And you can also just volume using the volume button. You can minimize the player, and also you can end the current audio broadcasts. So here the scheduled broadcasting. You can schedule tasks, timed broadcasting tasks, and also you can just set multiple sets of tasks. So enter the scheduled tasks and you can just add plans. Here are the plans are displayed. You can edit them and set the plan name, start time, and end time. So here is something to note is that broadcast intercom system comes with a default scheme, and the default scheme can be modified but cannot be deleted. So this default one cannot be deleted, it can only be modified. So for the scheduled plans shown in the following figure, you can just tap first to edit here just here to edit the plan, and you can tap this lamp here to activate or deactivate the plan, and you can tap 3 to add scheduled tasks. So after selecting the adding the scheduled tasks, you can select the device that you want to play the music on and click next to set task details. You have here the task volume, you have the play mode, you have the date, time, and task type. So for the emergency broadcast, the emergency broadcast takes the highest priority and will interrupt other played musics on the console IP phone or on the speakers. So when encountering emergencies such as fires or earthquake, etc., the emergency information can be quickly conveyed through one-click emergency broadcast. Just tap the emergency button and all the other broadcasts will be stopped and the emergency broadcast will be played. So in the paging system, you can just enter the settings, broadcast, emergency broadcast, and choose the input type and broadcast terminal and click save. So after the emergency broadcast is played, the icon will be shown. And once you click on it, it will start the emergency broadcast. So here, how to use the DSK to broadcast or play a real-time audio. So you can select playback time and once you enter the settings and general and short key settings, you can select the playback type and select the slave device. You can input key name and click the save button. So after setting this, the corresponding icon appears on the disk as mentioned here. So for dormitory here, so and the user can just click on this disk to select and broadcast. I have here to see the intercom function. So I have two methods. The first method is dial the extension number using the dial pad. The second one is press call. You can just press the call key on the intercom and enter the intercom extension there. So for video monitoring, the console IP phones allows also video monitoring. You can just press on the monitor here and the cameras that are detected will be displayed and you can see the cameras on your console IP phone. Let's see last and look at the main products about and related that is related to the broadcasting. So first here we have the console IP phones. It supports it has Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi, of course. And we have the Guznik mic. It has also a camera and it supports the broadcasting system that can be installed. That comes with it installed. We have the SIP paging gateway terminal. We have PA3, which supports the USB and the TF card that can store the music and audio files and control the broadcast on other devices. We have here the speaker, the A312, the A212. It has a 15-watt speaker and supports HD voice and mini codecs. And our home speaker has a 30-watt 30-watt speaker, and it also has the IP66 protection level. We have the SIP ceiling speaker, the A201, and it is a 10-watt speaker. Thanks for participating. And that's what I have to share today. And in general, our program can help schools, warehouses, and many other environments in the integration of SIP and and greatly facilitates management. So in summary, the application can integrate outstanding audio quality, plug and play functions, integrated functions, easy operations, and flexible expansion. So we believe that this solution will create more value in the field of schools and related environments. So I will thank you all for participating in this training and hope to see you next time. If you have any questions,